people have seen. You're still tuned to Human Rights Radio 101.1 FM, and if you can hear the sound of my voice, you're tuned to one program and one special program only. Welcome to Heartbeat, a program dedicated to all the lovers out there, from the young loves to the old flames. This is a special program for you. On Heartbeat, we like to take a journey down Lover's Lane. We take a journey through love, exploring love in all its beauties and complexities, appreciating love, celebrating love, embracing love, and understanding love. And it's my unique privilege and honor to be your host this evening. My name is Bucci, and like a deck of cards, I am your Jack of Hearts. How was your weekend? The year is winding down. What are your plans for the end of the year? Who's that special someone throughout this year that you have not been able to reach out to? Maybe tonight might be that forum. That chance to say before 2017 runs out, I want to reach out to you and tell you how much I love you, I care about you, or who's that special person in your life. Your spouse, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your husband, or whoever that you want to reach out to and just let them know how special they are, how important they are. Of course, the harshness of reality, the daily struggles that we all go through, sometimes we tend to forget to reach out to that special person in our lives to let them know that no matter what we go through and no matter what we do, they're still important to us. This is Heartbeat, and this is your forum, and this is your program, and this is a show for you. Tonight we have an interesting topic. We're going to talk about that. But before we do that, we're going to take a musical break. When we come back, we dive into the topic of the day, and then I'll open up the lines to you out there. Because on Heartbeat, we also delve in and tackle matters of the heart. So if there's something in your relationship that you're seeking answers to, if there's something troubling you, that you're just looking for that forum or looking for that place to share, this is that place, that safe place for you to be yourself and express yourself. And on this program, we'll help you, connect you, and guide you back to the path of love. Don't go anywhere. This is still Human Rights Radio 101.1 FM, and we'll be right back.
Human Rights
101.1 FM.
Redefining broadcasting.
Jolly, fa la 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 la. Hi, my name is Bucci, and I'm your host of Heartbeat. And like a deck of cards, I am your Jack of Hearts. I'm also a co-host on the stadium. I want to wish you all a Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year from all of us here from Human Rights Radio 101.1 FM. 'Tis the season to share that cheer, that love, spread that kindness. So whatever you do, always open up your hearts. From me to you, Merry Christmas. Where my chicken J?
Merry Christmas. 101.1 FM.
Jingle bells, jingle all the way.
Hello everyone, my name is Kemi Adeyemi. You all listen to me on Human Rights Radio 101.1 FM on Oshe OJ. Here is wishing you Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Enjoy.
Merry Christmas. 101.1 FM.
Human Rights Radio. Ta na 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 na. Human Rights Radio. Human Rights Radio. Ta na 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 na. Redefining broadcasting. Merry Christmas, people, from all of us at Human Rights 101.1 FM. Redefining broadcasting.
Merry Christmas.
True love is not a strong, fiery, impetuous passion. It is, on the contrary, an element calm and deep. It looks beyond mere externals and is attracted by qualities alone. It is wise and discriminating, and its devotion is real and abiding. Welcome back to Human Rights Radio 101.1 FM, and if you can hear the sound of my voice, then you are tuned to one special program, Heartbeat, a program dedicated to all the lovers out there, from the old flames to the young loves. This is your program. This is your forum. This is a program designed specially for you to celebrate love in all its beauties and complexities. And of course, my name is Bucci, and like a deck of cards, I am your Jack of Hearts. And in the immortal words of Charlie Chaplin, I'm a tramp, a gentleman, a poet, a dreamer, a lonely fellow, always hopeful of romance and an adventure. Welcome to the program. Tonight, I want to talk to you about something. Last week, we talked about when love dies in a relationship. And we talked about a few points, a few things that kill the love, that kill that passion in your relationship, that kills the fire, the desire that burns between two people. Today, we mentioned something, an aspect of one of those things that can kill your relationship. And I want to bring that out. I want to just pull it out as a topic and talk about it briefly, just so that you're aware, just to educate us out there. Like they say, no man is an island of knowledge. No man is a library of knowledge. But of course, we are here to do one thing, and that is to learn. And when it comes to matters of the heart, when it comes to love, we are all students in the game of life. Tonight, I want to talk to you about selfishness. Selfishness. And I'm going to point out 13 signs to you or to your partner. 13 signs that you're being selfish in a romantic relationship. 13 signs that you can spot out if your partner is. You might not realize it. You might yourself might be the selfish one. I may not know. But I want to give you just 13 signs, 13 hints. There's still a lot more, but I'll break it down to 13. I might even just condense some of those points together so that you can see and understand. Because selfishness does not help a relationship. You see, being in a romantic relationship with someone you care about is one of the best feelings in the world. It's a wonderful experience. The thing is, that feeling that you can depend on and take care of each other without feeling judged or used is phenomenal. And that is what we all aspire towards, especially as human beings in relationships. But sometimes, just sometimes, it's easy to show qualities of selfishness without even realizing it, without even knowing it. Being selfish in a romantic relationship can really and truly affect the dynamics between you and your partner. And in the long run, it can cause resentment and even animosity, it could even kill that love in your relationship. You see, while it's important to note this. Yes, in every relationship, it's important I say this again, not to be codependent, not to be leech, not to be attached, because to be honest, nobody wants to feel like they're carrying another person in a relationship, like they are the ones who are the rock and carrying everybody. Everybody doesn't know. That's the truth. Some people call it clinginess. Some people call it being a leech. Nobody likes that feeling. So, like I said, it's important not to be codependent on your partner. And it's also important for you to have your own life and your own goals in your relationship. But you shouldn't have the final say in every decision, or in turn not respect the needs of your partner. So the question here is, why exactly is it so easy to be selfish in a relationship sometimes? Because when we talk about not being codependent on your codependent on your partner, and having a life of your own, striking that balance with you not making every decision and in turn disrespecting your partner's thoughts or views on a situation. That's a fine line between those two things. And that can lead you to being a selfish partner, being selfish, knowingly or unknowingly. You see, selfishness is typical because it's typical because it's caused by hidden hurt and resentment that is usually tied or is usually connected to a relationship issue or issues. Instead of getting help for these issues, you let it tied into your relationship. You let them overcompensate for it. The truth is, most times, selfish people, it doesn't mean that you don't care about your significant other or their feelings. You're just maybe just not aware. You're just oblivious to them. You're only concerned with how it affects you in that relationship and not how it affects the totality of the relationship. And sometimes you tend to forget that the relationship is not made of an I, but a we. You see, selfishness in a relationship can cause significant issues because being selfish, like I said, is all about me and I, and you forget about the we. And like we said, relationships are built on we, two people coming together. A relationship is two. A relationship is not one. You can't have a relationship with yourself. That's crazy. But a relationship is two people. So, when you consider yourself above your partner, you're being selfish, whether you know it or not. You see, the thing is, it's difficult to be together because relationships should be about being together. And the truth is, it's difficult. It's difficult to be together. You're two very different people, two very different individuals coming together, agreeing to come together, to coexist together, to share a relationship, to share not just physical, but we're talking about emotional baggage together. And the thing is, when you feel your significant other has no regard for your feelings, then it's not a fair relationship anymore. It's not a balanced relationship anymore. You see, selfish people, the truth is, selfish people do not add to the value or the growth of a relationship. They don't. The truth is, they're just like anchors. They weigh down the relationship. Because the truth is, they're like, when I say anchors, when you know a ship has an anchor which helps it hold it steady in the water. And that's what selfish people do, because they're too busy adding value to themselves, to their own lives, that they're not adding value to the growth of that relationship. The truth is, dating a selfish person can lead to hurt, to disappointment, to resentment. But thankfully, there's a way to overcome this unfortunate problem. You see, it's important to remember that people define things differently. Your partner may not understand or see that they're being selfish. You, if you're the selfish person, may not know that you're being selfish. So, the other person's definition of selfishness may be different from yours. You see, asking the other person to help you understand the impact of your words and actions, and being genuinely open to feedback, is a great way to compromise and rebuild that relationship. Of course, like they always say, The first step to solving a problem is realizing that there is a problem. It's the same thing. The first step to be, if you're a recovering alcoholic, they tell you the first step is acceptance, accepting the fact that you are an alcoholic. And the first step in especially this kind of way in relationship is realizing that your actions, your selfish actions, are affecting not just your relationship, but also your partner, your significant other. You see, it's important to remember that to have a healthy, loving relationship with you and your partner, need to be thoughtful of each other's feelings. You need to actively be thoughtful of each other's feelings. You should consider what they want when you want to make a decision, or when you want to pass across a point or your thoughts. You should consider their thought too. Put yourself in their shoes. I remember back then there used to be this very popular saying for religious types, WWJD, what would Jesus do? And what that meant was, in every decision you took and every aspect of your life that you tried to move forward or back or whatever, you would consider, as a Christian, I'm using this from a Christian perspective, you would consider what Jesus, your Lord in heaven, would do. If Jesus was right here, right now, about to cross this street or about to make this deal, what would they do? This applies the same way, this same principle applies into your relationship. Before you make a major decision, or before you say that thing, or you put yourself in your partner's shoes. If I was my partner, how would they react to this thought? How would they react to this decision I'm about to make? How would it affect them? How would they feel? You see, the thing is, if you feel like you and your partner have been in a lot of arguments lately, and you don't understand why, especially when it comes to this context of selfishness, like I said, I'm going to give you 13 signs. 13 signs, just 13. Like I said, it could even be less because I might just compact everything because of time. But I'm going to give you a few hinters towards that, a few pointers. The first is that when I call it, it's your way or the highway. Every time your partner has a decision or a discussion with you and they end up doing whatever you want, and they just give up just to make for your own happiness, you know what? Let peace reign. You go your way. To be honest, that's not a healthy relationship, because one person is compromising for the other person without the other person making any kind of concessions, without them reciprocating the same gesture. This could lead to resentment, which could also destroy your relationship. Second, you don't listen to your partner's opinions. You see, communication, we said on this show, time without numbers, communication is key when you're in a romantic relationship with someone. And if you ignore your significant other's wishes, your partner's wishes and thoughts, then that might be a key sign that you are being selfish. If your partner believes that your opinion is not worthwhile and theirs is more valuable, then that's a sign in the reverse that your partner is being selfish. No, what you're saying doesn't make sense, I beg. It has to be like this. You don't know what you're talking about. No. Listen to me. It's my way. That can't work in a relationship. Third point, you don't take accountability. You see, selfish people in relationships never consider themselves to be wrong in any way. They put the blame on their partner. They put the blame out on other people. It's not me, it's you. You're not seeing it from me. It's because you're not seeing it the way I'm seeing it. It's your fault that this thing is like this. It is my way that is right. They always think they're right. Your partner never apologizes, and when they are wrong, it's a sign of selfishness. that is a huge sign. They can't take accountability. They can't take responsibility or accountability for things. If something goes wrong, it must be your fault that this happened. That's a selfish person. Fourth point, you expect your partner to change. You see, they say change is always constant in a human being's life. And the truth is, you might even be acting selfish in your relationship if you're expecting your partner to change their personality or their habits or their views to match yours, to match what you want. Or even in the reverse, your partner tries to change you or mold you into what they want. We see this a lot in relationships. Don't worry, you hear this, maybe I will change him. By the time where I will change him, you should do it like this. It's this way, not that way. Or why can't you see things the way I see things? Why, be who you are? It's opposites that attract. And if you have to change yourself or your partner, you have to change your partner, then you are being selfish. Whether you see it or not, you're being selfish. Fifth point, you always put your needs before your partner. This is classic. I think this is very self-explanatory. You see, it's important to consider your partner's needs is to maintain a healthy, happy relationship. And selfish people tend to do the opposite by putting their own needs first. How does this affect me? Like I said, it's I and not we. It's me and not we. And the thing is, in this kind of situation, even more so, your partner doesn't give or share with you and puts themselves above. This is how it's going to affect me, and you're like you're just there on the side. That's a sign of self. That's a huge sign. In fact, if that's like the song said, that is a waving flag of selfishness. 6th point, you need to be in control all the time. You see, being selfish means that things always have to be your way and they have to follow your certain pattern. You have to control that aspect of everything that happens. It must be this certain way. If you're in a relationship with a person like that, or maybe yourself, you might call yourself being a perfectionist. I'm a perfectionist and this is how it works for me. This is, my way. This is what I know and this is it. Look, your opinions don't matter right now. It has to go like this. It has to follow this path. You are selfish. You see, trying to control not just every aspect of your life, but every aspect of your partner's life too. You see, if you do this, you don't consider their goals, your partner's goals, their thoughts. You only want what you think is best for both of you. Let's just put it that way. I'm making this decision for both of us. You have to try and give up. You have to be given that control. You want that control. You take it. And in fact, your partner gives it to you and trust, that is just, no, that's just selfishness. A relationship is balance. It has to come from both sides, both parties. 7th point, you're rarely happy for your partner. This may sound weird, or this may sound contrary, but it's the truth. If your partner's happiness isn't one of your priorities, one of your top priorities, then your relationship might be doomed. You might feel a twinge of jealousy for your partner's accomplishments. You don't want the best for them. On paper, you say you do, but the truth is you don't. Maybe you feel your partner is getting ahead or is more qualified than you or has a better job than you. You see, these could be signs that you're being selfish in your relationship. You see, consider how often you think about making your partner happy or caring about what your partner wants or feels. There should be a balance and mutuality, mutual respect. You see, that means that each of your cares, each of your concerns for both of you about yourselves and each other is balanced, is fair. If you can see this going on, if you can see it maybe in your partner or even in yourself, if you're seeing that balance, then you know that your relationship is fine. If not, one of you is being selfish. Either it's you or your partner. My 8th point, you don't try as much in your relationship. You see, most relationships ends because couples just stop trying. Love is like a garden. You must keep tending it. You must flower it. You must give it water, sunshine to enable it to grow. Romance is put off balance because of the needs of one person taking over the entire relationship. When you center your relationship around pleasing that one person, or even laziness, is a huge sign of selfishness. You want it to how it affects you, but you have zero interest or zero desire in contributing or putting in towards the relationship. It's only how it affects you. That is a huge sign of selfishness. It's not a good sign at all. 9th point, you take your partner for granted. Just like laziness, just like we said, it's practically the last point. You think your partner is never going to leave and nothing is going to change, and so you just stop trying. You just lay back and let everything go. Whatever, I've married her, or well, he's mine or she's mine. Whatever happens, she's going to be there waiting for me. That kills a relationship. That's taking your partner for granted, taking their feelings, their emotions for granted. 10th point, you're always taking but never giving. Have you been in that kind of situation where it just feels like you're the one who's doing and giving everything? I'm not talking about finances, I'm talking about emotions. That time, that energy, that love, putting everything into it. Your partner could resent you for that if you only take things and never give anything in return. If you don't invest emotionally, but you drain everything out, relationships can't flourish. It's important to find a healthy balance where neither of you take advantage of each other. Your relationship can feel unbalanced, and giving and receiving is important for both. It goes both ways in a relationship. If you're always taking and not giving, that's a good sign of selfishness. Number 11, you're not empathetic to your partner. Empathy, seeing things from your partner's point of view. We talked about this. You see, to make a relationship last, you need to strive to be more empathetic with your partner. When you don't show that empathy, it could mean you're not willing to think about how they are feeling, or how they're dealing, or when they're going through some kind of tough situation. When things are not right, you're thinking about how it affects you and not how your partner feels or how it's affecting your partner. You're thinking about yourself. That is selfish. My 12th point, you act impulsively. Let me put it that way. You act impulsively. You see, you might show signs of selfishness if you act impulsively. And what do I mean by this? You see, you think you know what's best for your partner without talking to them first. You make that rash decision. Oh, you know what? I took out the money from the savings to buy that car, just like that. Maybe it's both your savings. Maybe it's a check. Oh, you know what? I did this and invested. I took the money and I invested into this. Without talking to your partner, without considering how they feel, without weighing the options out together, that is being selfish. My final point, and I think it's the point to crown it off, I think it says it all. You are not flexible. You see, relationships are usually all about compromise. I say this a lot. Relationships are about compromise and sacrifice, but compromise. But you can't have a healthy relationship if you're not flexible, if you're not willing to bend. You have to have an open mind about what your partner wants so that you can become less selfish and more flexible. remember, you're two very different people coming from two very different backgrounds and seeing things very, very differently. There's no way the two of you can see, even brothers and sisters do not see things eye to eye because you're individuals. You say no. You say, you just no. Nothing moves. Nope, it's like this or no way. There's no, let's consider this. There's no, okay, you know what? Why don't we try this? No. It's not my way and I'm not going to do that. That doesn't work in a relationship. What are you, stone? Concrete? You have to be pliable. You have to be practical in your relationship. You don't even give your partner that the satisfaction or the pleasure of just at least let's talking things out. Nope, my word is law. Nope, that's final. I don't agree with it and I don't move forward. That is a sign of selfishness. You see, if you go through all these things, all the things we've talked about this evening, and you feel there are these qualities in maybe yourself, or maybe you see these qualities in your partner, the truth is, I don't want you to panic. The truth is, like we said, change is the only constant thing in a human being's life. And the thing is, you can change your habits if you truly want to, and if you truly want your relationship to become healthier, to survive, if you love your partner genuinely, you can change. Take it slow. I'm not talking about change is always gradual. Any change that is drastic can just overturn the boat. Take it slow. Remember, communicate with your partner. Talk about this. Acknowledge the fact that you can be selfish or your partner is selfish. Acknowledge that fact. Establish it. And apologize. If you feel, or if you know and you've seen that you feel that your partner, your behavior, your behavior is affecting your partner, it's always the first step. It's always the first step. If you feel that your behavior is being out of control, apologize. The truth is, your partner or yourself, let me say you, if you're being the selfish one, your partner will appreciate your honesty and work with you to help you improve and grow your relationship, and vice versa. And so, ladies and gentlemen, selfishness is a huge relationship killer. But there are steps. It's not the end of the road. Change must come from within. So why not? If you're selfish, let go and look at what things through your partner's eyes. WWPD. What would my partner do? You're still tuned to Human Rights Radio 101.1 FM. We're going to take a musical break, and when we come back, I'm going to open up the phone lines to you to call in, to share your love stories, so we can tackle what burdens your heart tonight. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. if you can hear the sound of my voice, you're on to Heartbeat, a special program dedicated to all the lovers out there. I'm going to open up the phone lines to you to call in, to share your love stories, to tell us the things that are ailing you in your heart and in your relationship tonight. What's making you not fall asleep early tonight? What's that thing that's making you toss and turn? You're thinking about. They say there's no pain like the pain of the heart. Matters of the heart are always the deepest troubles that push us, that turn us, that give us those sleepless nights. Are you having a sleepless night right now? Tossing and turning, searching for that answer to your problem, that relationship problem. You can call in. The number is 081 89 99 1011. I'll take it again. 081 89 99 1011. Why don't you call in? Share. Tell us what's bothering you. This is a safe space. This is a safe area. Tonight we talked about selfishness in relationships. And I tried to mention 13 signs of selfishness, either on your part if you don't know that you're being selfish, or maybe on your partner's part. Things that could indicate that selfishness that you may not be able to see. You can call in, share your thoughts. Like we said, no man is an island of knowledge. Hello, good evening. Hello. Hello, can you hear me? Looks like we lost that call. The number to call is still 081 89 99 1011. Hello, good evening. Hello. Looks like we lost that call. We might be having some slight network issues, but please keep trying to call in and let us communicate and let us talk about the things that trouble your heart. Hello, good evening. Hello. Hello, can you hear me? This network is killing me tonight. Number to call is still 081 8999 1011. We're going to take a short musical break. When we come back, the lines are still open to you out there for you to call in and share the thing that is troubling your heart tonight. This is still Human Rights Radio 101.1 FM, and this is Heartbeat. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Human Rights Radio.
Welcome back to Heartbeat on Human Rights Radio 101.1 FM. That was the sound of Bruno Mars saying, I want to marry you. This is the end of the year, that special time of the year where a lot of unions, a lot of happy homes are being made. And unfortunately, a lot of broken homes and broken hearts exist out there as well. So, what is on your mind tonight? What is that thing that is making your heart soar or making your heart fall? What is that thing that is troubling you in your relationship? Or that exciting person out there that you just want to share, you want to reach out to and tell them, hey baby, I love you. I'm not going to say marriage, but showing love is still important. You can call in. The number is still 081 8999 1011. Who knows? They say a problem shared is half solved. Why don't you share? Call in and see whether we can do anything for you, can provide you that solution to that problem, that situation in your relationship that you're trying to find a solution to. This might be the place for you. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening. Welcome to Heartbeat.
Line in mode.
Hello.
Calling,
Hello? Hello, can you hear me?
calling from Life Camp.
You're calling from Life Camp. And what's your name, sir?
Peter, calling.
Peter from Life Camp. Hello, Peter from Life Camp. Can you hear me? Looks like we're having some issues with the network. Yes, our technicians are working on it. Don't worry. We'll have it all sorted out for you as soon as possible. This is still Human Rights Radio 101.1 FM. The number to call is still 081 8999 1011. Call in and share that thing that's troubling your heart, that you're looking for solutions to. Peter, if you can hear me, please call back and let's see how we can prefer that solution for you to that problem. Tonight we talked about selfishness in relationships. We talked about how it affects us. Oh, it looks like I've gotten a message. The message reads, hello, my name is Emmanuel. I just offended my girlfriend, Tessie. Please help me tell her I'm sorry. She isn't picking my calls. Thanks and good night. Well, Emmanuel, Tessie, if you can hear me, this is Bucci from Human Rights Radio 101.1 FM. And like a deck of cards, I am your Jack of Hearts. And if you can hear the sound of my voice tonight, Tessie, I wanted to reach out to you on the sake of Emmanuel and say, please forgive him for whatever mistakes he has committed. And please answer his calls. Saying I'm sorry is the first step towards reconciliation and showing contrition. So please find it in your heart to forgive him. Hello, good evening.
Hello.
Hello, good evening. Can you hear me? Hello? Hello? Hello, Emmanuel, is that you? Hello? Oh, this network. In fact, I'm going to have a chat with our network provider. Pretty sure we'll have this problem solved in a jiffy. If you can also still send a text message to this number, and I can see how I can answer and do the best I can to solve these problems, to actually alleviate your problems of the heart. Let's try this again, shall we?
Line in mode.
Hello, good evening. Hello? Looks like we have a problem there. This is still Human Rights Radio 101.1 FM. And if you can hear the sound of my voice, this is Heartbeat. You can send a message to this number. Send a message to this number. The number is still 081 8999 1011. Send a message and let's see how we can solve this problem for you tonight. Hello, good evening. Hello? Hello? I think that is still... Yes. My brother, please just send a message to this number. A text message to this number will do. It seems like we're still having some technical issues, trying to sort it out as best as we can right now. You're still tuned to Human Rights Radio 101.1 FM. We talked about selfishness in a relationship. We talked about how it can affect your partner. It can affect you and can affect the ones all around you. It's a terrible sickness. It's a terrible disease. It's something, I call it a disease because it's something that just eats away. It erodes at your relationship. Hello, good evening.
Hello.
Hello? My brother, if you can call, please, you know what? Just send a text message tonight. I think we're just, the issues with this line tonight is just a little off. So please just send a text message. I will read your messages and I will respond to them appropriately if I can. Try and solve those problems the best way I can. Tonight, we're going to take as many text messages as we can. Very, very important. We'll do the best that we can with what we have. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening. What's your name and where are you calling me from?
My name is Elias. I'm calling from Kaduna Road.
Elias from Kaduna Road. How's Kaduna Road this morning, my brother?
Very cool this morning.
Okay, talk to me. What can I do for you tonight?
I don't know. I have little faults in my relationship status. I had it and I can't fall in love again. I don't know what's happening to me.
You can't fall in love again.
Yeah, seriously.
When was the last time you were actually in love or you had a girlfriend that you were in love
That
with?
was like 3 years ago.
3 years. And what happened, Emmanuel? Did she break your heart?
No, she got married.
Oh, she got married. So essentially, she disappointed you, right?
Like, seriously.
Yes, okay. Emmanuel, it's totally understandable, especially when we feel betrayed by the ones that we care about. The ones that we feel we love so much are the ones who hurt us the most. Like I said this evening, the deepest pain comes from the pain of the heart. And the truth is, there is the only remedy towards healing that and also falling in love again is opening yourself up. It has happened. You let it go, you move forward. The truth is, because that person disappointed you and that person hurt your feelings and broke your heart, doesn't mean that the next person in your life is going to do the same thing. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Yes, the next person isn't going to do the same thing. The next person is not the same name. It's not the same person. You have to just let go of that pain, because when you hold on to old pains, when you hold on to old wounds, it closes you off from the new ones and the better things ahead of you. So let it go. Don't think about it. Let it go. It has happened. Every mistake is a lesson. She's married. She's with her husband. She's living her life. It's been 3 years. Probably has a few children right now. And you are still holding on and anchoring yourself to that pain because you don't want to open yourself up. You have to just try. Put your heart on your sleeve. The truth is, if you get hurt, we as human beings, instinctively, when we get hurt, we try to lock ourselves up. But then you want someone to love you, but you're not willing to love that person. It's a thing of faith. It's a leap of faith. You have to put yourself out there and also expect that that person is also coming from whatever background, is putting themselves out there for you. That's the only way you can move forward.
The issue is I've tried to put myself together to walk up to Didi and talk to her that I'm in love with her or I have affection towards her.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's not.
Oh, my brother, please call back. I think we were getting some headway there. We're actually getting some information and some context. The number is still 081-8999-1011. Hello, good evening. Looks like we lost that call. Looks like I have a text message here. Let me read it. Okay, it's Emmanuel again. He says, "Hi, I'm sorry. She might be asleep right now." Okay, let me take this call before then. Hello, good evening. Hello, can you hear me?
I can hear you. This is
Okay,
Nelly.
you're back again.
Yeah, this is Nelly.
All right, Nelly, what were you saying? You were saying that you.
Okay. No. I called and the network was actually fluctuating. So I wasn't hearing.
Okay. All right,
Yeah,
my brother.
I want to hook up.
Oh, okay.
Like, I need a cool girl.
Nelly, you know what you're gonna do? Text your details to this number to me, okay?
Okay.
Text your details to this number to me, and I'll see what I can do. All right?
Okay.
All
My
right.
name,
As into this number, your name and your phone number, your details, and I'll see what I can do to hook you up. All right?
okay.
All right, Nelly. Thank you so much. All right. Yes, we were talking about selfishness in relationships. But before then, I was actually talking to Emmanuel of Kaduna Road, who was talking about how he's tried so many times to open himself up towards getting and falling back in love or getting into that relationship again. And I was telling you, Emmanuel, the truth is you who try, but the game of love, there's no rule book to how things should be. Everybody's love story is different, and it all plays out differently. But what I will tell you is this: you just need to keep trying. You just need to open yourself up. Everybody's different, and the way you put yourself out there is what you're going to get back. You've tried and it's not working doesn't mean that it's the end of the world. Sometimes you just have to fish in a different pond. Sometimes you have to just use a different bait. But then if you truly have let go of your past and truly let go of that person who hurt you and that disappointment, and free yourself and free your mind. In fact, sometimes what you're looking for comes to you when you're not even looking for it at all. Also, you also hear the saying, what you're looking for is just outside your comfort zone. So put yourself out there. There's no tactic, just be yourself. Keep living your life. Don't chase it so hard. Don't look for it so hard. It will find you. That thing, that love, that relationship, that special person will find you. Of course, you're going to do some searching. You're going to, of course, they say in order for you to get your Prince Charming, you have to kiss a lot of frogs. Of course, you're going to kiss a lot of frogs. You're going to go through life, but just live your life one day at a time. And I'm telling you, love will find its way back to you. Now, I was reading a text message from Emmanuel. He says that was Emmanuel who sent a message about him offending his girlfriend. And, okay, I have another call coming in. Hello, good evening. Hello, can you hear me? Oh, you can hear me? Hello, what's your name? Where are you calling me from? Okay, Emmanuel, all right. Okay. Okay. All right, Emmanuel, let's see what we can do about that. Talk to me.
The problem is, there's people that get in my area.
Mm-hmm.
We've known each other for some time.
Uh-huh.
And when you get that, she's always showing more that she's interested in me.
Okay.
So, like, I was not around for some time. So, since Saturday, when I came back from work,
Yes.
she saw me. She was like holding on to me and telling me that she made me. That we are riding on this guys. I've been looking over and now saying for what I'm taking out now. She did more than that. So, like, I now called the friend of mine. I now told that guy who was out there. That's why I had to talk to this girl.
Yes.
That she got it. I think it's their life. But the problem is, I'm scared of all the girls. That's how the normal start. At the end of the day, just fuck up your life. Like, this girl, she's showing like she's very nice. Like, the way she talks to me, like she's caring. But I'm scared. Because I want to that girl to me. I don't know what to do. That she got it and talk to the girl, but I'm scared. That's the problem.
Okay, okay, but let me understand this, right? There's this girl in your area who seems to be showing a lot of interest in you, but you're afraid that if you engage or go forward with her, she's going to ruin your life or mess you up or something like that, right?
Yeah.
All right, Emmanuel, the truth is, what if she doesn't? Let me ask you that question. What if she doesn't? What if she turns out to be a fantastic person and you end up marrying her? What about that? I understand that, Emmanuel, but the other lady that you told me about is not the same as this person. Now, I understand you are cautious, especially with what happened with your old relationship and all that. But then, you can't allow the past judge your future. What has happened in the past and what has happened with one person doesn't mean it's going to happen with the next person. And the truth is, you will never know
unless you put yourself out there, you never know until you try. Now, I'm not saying jump in head first and take this person for their word and all that. I don't even know whether you're actually attracted to this person to go forward with in the first place. But then you should be more cautious in the sense that find out whether you and this person are more compatible. Find out, establish ground rules. There's nothing wrong in going slow. Go as slow as you want. And if it's worthwhile, it is worthwhile. If it's not worthwhile, you pick yourself up and you move forward. But what I'm saying to you is don't rush into anything. I understand that caution because of what happened with your last relationship. But then also understand the fact that this person isn't the other person. This person is not your previous girlfriend that messed you up. This is not the same person. These are two very different people. So you should, or you owe this new person the benefit of doubt of treating her like a totally different person from from your old girlfriend. Your old girlfriend messed up. She hurt you, and that is her loss. That's her loss. You move on from it. But then don't judge a future relationship that you don't know might have that potential to be what exactly you're looking for with what happened in the past. Let it go. The past has happened. The past is past. You learn from it. But then I say to you, apply caution. And also, before you engage or kick into this relationship, understand all the parameters, understand everything. Know where you're coming from, know what you're going into. Let this person also understand where you're coming from and where you're going into. And don't rush into anything. Just take your time. Enjoy the ride. Sometimes it's not about the destination. Sometimes it's about the ride. Just enjoy the ride for now. Live a little. Let yourself loose. There's nothing wrong in it. If it works, it works. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But don't invest too much right now. Give it time and see how it grows. With time, if it comes better, you can invest more. But let her know and let her understand. Because sometimes she might not understand that this is what you're coming from and this is what the reason is, or that kind of deal. You understand? Just let her understand that this is where I'm coming from. This is what happened, and this is why I want to apply some sort of caution, and let's get to know each other a lot more better. Let's, that kind of thing. You understand what I mean, right? All right, then. Thank you, my brother. All right. Just like I said, caution. Apply caution. Don't rush into it. Check out all the angles and go slowly. Enjoy yourself. If she's worth it, if she feels you are worth it, she's worth the wait. She will wait with you and she will understand with you. But also be open, be very open, and be very, very plain. Tell her the truth. Don't hide it. Just let it know, this is where I stand, though. This is what happened to me, and this is where I stand. Don't make any promises that you cannot keep. And she too must not make any promises that she herself is not willing to keep. Let her understand that before you get into it, okay? All right, Emmanuel. Thank you so much. All right, then. Have a good evening. This is still Human Rights Radio, 101.1 FM. And if you can hear the sound of my voice, this is Heartbeat. We're winding things down a bit. Time is almost up for us. But then I'm going to read a few messages here just to run out the time and run out the clock. You can still call in if you want to, and I'll see if I can take one last call. But let me read this message. Good evening. My name is Jane. I'm in love with a guy for a good 17 years now. 17 years. But it seems he doesn't love me. Finding it difficult to love another person. Okay, she's finding it difficult to love another person. Let me read this. Finding it difficult to love another person. I'm always hurt, dying in silence. I don't know what else to do again. Jane, if you can hear the sound of my voice, wow. 17 years is a very, very long time. But then you yourself need to give yourself that chance and give yourself that opportunity. I mean, being fixated on love, that kind of love is very hard. And to say the person isn't in love with you is also very painful too. But then if you want to move on, if you truly and genuinely want to move on, I think self-love is the most important thing first. You have to be able to have that confidence in yourself and in your heart to let go of the old, let go of the past so that you can look forward. Because
if you feel that you can't love again, it's going to affect any future relationship you have. So you have to first love yourself and find that confidence in yourself, that inner strength in yourself to let go of this person or let go of your past relationship, that will also give you the chance and give the next person in your life the chance to love you and for you to love that person. I think that is the best advice I can give you, Jane, because 17 years is a lifetime. I know many people who, in fact, that is essentially a lifetime of relationship. I'll take one more text before I end this call, before we wrap up today. Good evening. My sister is having problems with her marriage. I don't know how to get the record on what's the record of the 13 points. Okay. The 13 points of her, so that she can what we talked about, selfishness. All right, you can actually go online. You can go to our social media pages, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter. There's a live video of this talk. You can actually go to our pages, subscribe to our page, Human Rights Radio 101.1 FM, and check out today's date. Today is the 11th. Check out the 11th of December 2017. Check out Heartbeat. You'll actually get the 13 points of this. And if you want it online, if maybe based on request, you can send me your email address and I can maybe email you the my write-up for tonight. But go online, go to our social media pages, like the page, and actually check out the video. Check out the live video yourself, and you can get some of these topics. Right, ladies and gentlemen, tonight we're going to have to call it an evening. Thank you so much for being out there. We apologize once again for the bad reception we were getting. Don't worry, by tomorrow we're going to sort out our line, and you call in and you hear me and I'll hear you properly, and we can talk extensively. Tomorrow is another day, and tomorrow is also a bright day full of. I want to thank my super producer, the Grandmaster herself, Shirley Brown, for everything she's done. I want to thank the poshest of the poshest ladies, Ajebo for skin, Baku for mouth, my colleague, Posh Lady, for being out there. I also want to thank Mr. Chike in the visual department for making me look this good. I'm just kidding. And I also want to thank Mr. Ogochukwu in the IT department for actually streaming. Like I said, check out our social media pages. Check us out on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, wherever. Human Rights Radio 101.1 FM. Like, subscribe, and stay tuned. Tomorrow we have another rich and quantitatively rich package for you on this program. And keep your dial locked to Human Rights Radio 101.1 FM. My name is Bucci, and like a deck of cards, I am your Jack of Hearts. And I'm saying to you tonight, there is only one happiness in this life: to love and be loved. Good night, everybody.